So today's video is a little different than most. As I've been watching the conference finals and more games to break down for y'all, there's been something that I've noticed. As complex as basketball can be when looking at how coaches draw plays, here is a secret. If a play or action works the first time, teams will run it repeatedly until it doesn't work anymore. And when I mean repeatedly, I'm talking about not only later in the game, but on the next few possessions down. Here's an example. Aiden sets a screen for Bridges at the elbow and he gets a step ahead of Paul George. This gets him a clear lane to the basket and Aiden finishes it off. Next possession down, the Suns run it again and Bridges again has a step on George, but Payne decides to not pass it. And this eventually leads to a turnover, and you can see Booker tell Payne in the process, "Hey, just react, he was open." The reason I want to highlight this is because there were multiple sequences in the past couple of games where this happened and it helped the Hawks and Suns close out their respective games. In game 4, the Bucks had some momentum, but McMillan calls a great set. Herter gets it to Lou Williams, which then flows into a double pick and gets an alley-oop out of this. Next possession down, the Hawks run the same exact play, but on the other side of the floor, and it gets the same exact result as last time. So on the third time down, the Hawks have it set up again, but Holiday is overplaying so they can't use the double pick. Because of this, Lou Williams takes the pass and has a free lane to the basket and he gets the floater. It's pretty simple why teams do this. In the midst of an intense battle, it's hard for coaches and players to adjust on the fly, especially on the next couple of possessions. Oftentimes, there needs to be a personnel change or an adjustment that requires either a timeout or quick thinking. And in Game 6, the Suns were able to close out the Clippers using the CP3 high pick and roll against DeMarcus Cousins and ran it over and over again. The first time Chris Paul gets a layup because of Cousins' lack of foot speed, and the next couple times down, he gets to his bread and butter, which is the mid-range, and knocks down both shots to effectively end the game. But before I end this video, there's a clip of TJ McConnell talking about his terrible NBA debut and how Brad Stevens ran the same play over and over again to score repeatedly. Now disclaimer, he has some of the facts distorted, and spoiler alert, Brad Stevens puts him through a lot of pick and rolls. So take a listen.
And I come in and I'm guarding Isaiah Thomas. And he comes down and they call a play and scores at will. Just scores. Probably the easiest bucket I've ever seen anyone get. We go down on offense. I don't touch the ball. And then we come back and I look over at Brad Stevens, their head coach, and he goes, again, same play again. And Isaiah Thomas again scores the easiest bucket I've ever seen. We go back down on offense, and mind you, I'm the point guard. I don't touch the ball. And we come back down, and I look over at Brad. Isaiah, again, same play again. And Isaiah scores again. I come back down on offense, don't touch it. And for the, what is it, the fourth time and final time, he comes down. And my help defender saw me get beat 3 times in a row, so he stepped up and he drops it off. And I, in turn, get subbed out. And I said, I am so screwed.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want additional NBA content, you can follow me on Instagram at The Coaches Report and follow me on Twitter. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.